Have you ever wondered what's behind that pizza box that arrives at your door in under 30 minutes? Behind the logo, the delivery drivers speeding around, and the unmistakable smell of melted cheese, lies a story full of unexpected twists, bold strategies, and, of course, a good slice of myth. Let's go back to 1960. Thomas Monahan, a young man with an entrepreneurial spirit, and his brother James decide to bet it all. They take out a loan and buy a small pizzeria called Domino's in Ypsilanti, Michigan. The initial investment, a meager $500. The dream, to build something big. But beginnings are never easy. The Monahan brothers face a daunting landscape, fierce competition, lack of experience, and a business that just won't take off. James, unconvinced of the pizzeria's future, decides to sell his share to Thomas for an old Volkswagen Beetle. The ironies of fate. Thomas, now the sole owner, faces a crossroads. Stick with the original name or take a risk with a new identity? This is where the story takes an interesting turn. The name, Domino's, didn't work. It was confusing, not catchy enough. So Thomas decides to simplify it, Domino's. In 1965, the new name was ready, along with a simple but effective logo, 3 dots representing the company's first 3 pizzerias. The original plan was to add a dot for each new branch, but the growth was so rapid that the idea was quickly abandoned. Imagine the logo full of dots. The following years were filled with hard work and experimentation. Thomas became obsessed with efficiency and speed. He wanted to deliver pizzas fast, very fast. This is how the famous 30 minutes or it's free promise was born. A bold, controversial guarantee that would eventually become its hallmark. The 30-minute promise was not without controversy. It was rumored that delivery drivers drove recklessly to meet deadlines, risking their safety and the safety of others. The urban legend grew, fueled by alleged accidents and speeding tickets. Eventually, Domino's was forced to withdraw the guarantee for safety reasons, but the myth had already been sown. Beyond the controversy, Domino's revolutionized the pizza industry. It introduced corrugated cardboard boxes to keep the heat in, optimized baking and delivery processes, and created a franchise system that allowed it to expand nationally and internationally. The 80s and 90s marked Domino's consolidation as a global giant. Its pizzas reached every corner of the planet, from Tokyo to Buenos Aires. The brand became synonymous with fast food, convenience, and accessible flavor. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. In the early 2000s, Domino's faced an image crisis. Criticism of the quality of its ingredients and the taste of its pizzas intensified. The brand was perceived as cheap and unappetizing. That's when Domino's made a radical decision, to admit its mistakes and completely reinvent itself. It launched a bold and honest advertising campaign, acknowledging that its pizzas were not the best on the market and promising to improve. It changed its recipes, invested in fresh ingredients, and committed to listening to its customers. The strategy worked. Domino's rose from its ashes, regaining consumer confidence and reconquering the market. Today, it is one of the largest and most successful pizza chains in the world, with a presence in more than 90 countries. And this is where the myth comes in, the rumor that has persisted over the years and that, in some way, has contributed to the legend of Domino's. Is it true that the original pizza recipe was a mistake? It is said that an employee, in a failed attempt to make a special pizza, combined ingredients at random and created an unexpectedly delicious mixture. Thomas Monahan, upon tasting it, was fascinated and decided to include it on the menu. The truth behind this rumor is difficult to verify. Domino's has never confirmed or denied the story. But the truth is that the idea of a lucky mistake fits perfectly with the innovative spirit and risky attitude of the brand. Domino's Pizza is much more than just a restaurant chain. It is a symbol of the American dream, a story of personal growth, and an example of how innovation and adaptation can lead to success. It is a brand that has known how to reinvent itself, learning from its mistakes and listening to its customers. From its humble beginnings in a small pizzeria in Michigan to becoming a global empire, Domino's has come a long way. And although the myth of the lucky mistake remains just a legend, what is certain is that the story of Domino's is a pizza with a lot of flavor. Because sometimes, behind a simple pizza box, there is a whole story that few know. Did you like this story? Subscribe to our channel to discover more myths and legends of your favorite brands. And don't forget to leave us a comment telephone. Ling us which brand you would like us to investigate in the next video.